A summary is a short, focused paper about one scholarly article, thesis, or dissertation that is informed by a critical reading of that text. For argumentative articles, the summary identifies, explains, and analyzes the thesis statement and supporting arguments. For empirical studies published in journal articles, dissertations, or theses, the summary really identifies and explains the research questions, methods, findings, and implications of the study. Summaries are a strong indicator of your reading and writing skills. Some professors, like myself, ask you to write summaries to help you develop essential skills in critical reading, summarizing, and clear, organized writing. Furthermore, a summary requires you to read a scholarly article quite closely, which really provides a useful introduction to the conventions of writing in your discipline or within a methodology like surveys, experimental designs, focus groups, intensive interviews, or content analysis. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain what is a summary. You'll identify the components of a summary. You'll be able to describe how to paraphrase information. And lastly, you'll apply knowledge of grammatical and style features to present information in a summary. Let's first address the 3 primary principles for summarizing a manuscript. We have 3 principal requirements that were addressed in your reading. We want to use the purpose for writing a summary to determine what source text to consider. In this situation, we're merely showing that we have an understanding of the study and that we can clearly explain it. Other summaries could be argumentative and provide support for your ideas that you want to share that support a thesis. You need to reflect the course material correctly. What this means is that not only did you read the document and closely understand it, you know how to accurately describe it. That in your own words, paraphrasing, rather than using a lot of direct quotes. You also need to summarize your main ideas. You have to be able to identify the most important details that support your main ideas and then be able to clearly explain what they are. Now I want to share with you the content for writing the introduction, body paragraphs, and concluding paragraph in a summary. It's really important to know that there's no specific length of a summary. It really varies on an assignment that a professor could assign, and some may even say it needs to be a third or quarter of the length of the actual document. It all just depends on the variety of sources you use for learning about writing summaries. So I want to just share with you, instead of worrying about the length, worrying about the type of content that you should include. In your introduction, the first thing you need to do is give an overview of the article by including the title and the name of the author and the genre. The genre can be something like an evaluation, a qualitative study, a quantitative study, a survey, or a quasi-experimental, experimental design, a mixed method study. So you have to just tell them what is the genre of the work. And then you need to provide a thesis statement that just states what is the main idea of the article. A lot of times I find this by reading the purpose statement of the study, and then it will lead naturally into the body where you can talk more about the content of the study. For the body paragraphs, you need to support the ideas of the thesis. The length will vary, but if you do just a 1-paragraph summary, it's usually 1 sentence per supporting detail, and then providing 1 or 2 examples for each detail. You are going to be authoring a multi-paragraph summary. So you have one paragraph per supporting detail, and then you're providing 2 or 3 examples for each. So you can talk, more specifically about the purpose, the research questions, the objectives, hypotheses. You can talk about the literature and about the methodology, and you'll have multiple paragraphs. And under each of those, you will provide more detail to the reader. You need to start each paragraph with a topic sentence and then use transition words and phrases to connect the ideas. And we need to properly paraphrase our author's ideas by actually referring to the author throughout the summary, reminding your readers that you're summarizing someone else's work and that you're not claiming it to be your own work. In the concluding paragraph, you summarize your thesis statement, the thesis statement of the study, and then you do the underlying meaning of the manuscript. A lot of this will be the big implications that the study will have on the discipline, or for practice, or for future research. Let's now dive into the process for writing a summary.